If you go to rpoa.org, you can see a nice smiling picture of Ryan Bonaminio, as his father said, had a great smile, and you can see that there. We're going to talk now in more detail about Earl Ellis Green.
Yeah, the more you read and hear about Earl Green, the more you get angry at all the unseen, unnamed clowns and fools in our justice system. In the last 19 years, Earl Green, listen to this list closely. He's been convicted of battery on a police officer, receiving stolen property, possession of rock cocaine with intention to sell, vehicle theft. He was convicted twice of inflicting corporal injury on a spouse, and the 2007 windshield incident when he tried to beat up his car and his girlfriend's car.
Tyronica's car.
Tyronica.
Exactly. He was in a rage and a fury, and that's when he told the police officer that my home is jail. We talked about that yesterday. Also, a court document describes him as a former member of the Crips gang. Well, that's nice.
Former gang member. He has spent 136 out of the last 219 months in state prison. 4 times after being paroled, he was free for 3 months or less before returning to jail. Now, this is what's galling here. The Riverside County Assistant District Attorney Charles Hughes says Green's previous record did not qualify him for 3 strikes prosecution. How could that be?
There were not enough violent or serious felonies on his record, says Charles Hughes.
What's not violent?
Well, we can go through this.
Battery of a police officer is not violent?
Let's go through this. Here's his felony convictions in Riverside County. December 1990, battery on a banning police officer for breaking an officer's nose in a scuffle and receiving stolen property. Got 1 year and 4 months in prison, served 10 months. All right. A charge of vehicle theft dismissed. But that's before 3 strikes, though, John, isn't it?
Wait, smashing a police officer's nose gets you 10 months? Really? That's all? 10 months?
Yeah.
For taking a raised fist and
1 year and 4 months and served 10, yep.
Yeah. All right, so there's, all these cases start with an original sin. There's the original sin right there.
November 1993, transportation, sale, or distribution of a controlled substance for possessing 5 bags of rock cocaine in Riverside. Sentenced to 3 years, served 2 years and 2 months. Other charges were dismissed, and that, again, is part of the plea deal, probably.
Yeah.
But included unsafely fleeing a police officer, vehicle theft. This all got dismissed.
Well, why is it all dismissed?
Because they want to make the case and get it off the docket.
Oh, yeah, and they all have their reasons
they
at the
work
time.
with the defendant.
But all their reasons leads to Ryan Bonaminio getting shot to death. And we don't know the name of the prosecutor from 1990 or 1993 who made this lame deal just to get the case off his desk. But whoever that person is, they had a role in Ryan Bonaminio getting shot to death Sunday night.
No, we're trying to get D.A. Rod Pacheco on the air. I mean, he talks to us quite a bit.
He's not talking today.
So far, we've not been successful. May 1997, vehicle theft for stealing a 1990 Toyota Corolla. Sentenced to 3 years in prison, served 2 years and 8 months. Charges of being a repeat car thief, receiving stolen property, and resisting arrest, dismissed.
And enhancements of committing a felony within 5 years of a previous felony were stricken. Now, it seems we were getting close here to a 3 strikes commitment or a 2 strike commitment where you get your sentence doubled, I believe. Why was it dismissed? Why did the district attorney, the assistant DA who acted as the prosecutor, the judge, and who were they in 1997? Again, nobody remembers. Everybody's forgotten. Maybe they're retired now and living on a big fat pension. Who the hell knows? But there was some ugly deal there that stripped Green of a number of charges and enhancements that would have put him into prison not only for a longer period of time in 1997, but a longer period of time later on when he got convicted of other crimes.
Well, now
this all builds on each other.
This gets even uglier. November 1999, inflicting corporal injury on a spouse or cohabitant for cutting the face of his girlfriend, Wanda Blackburn. Sentenced to 3 years, served 1 year and 4 months.
1 year and 4 months? He's not even doing 50% of the sentence. Not even 50%. And this is now in November of 99, long after 3 strikes is passed, long after they got rid of that good time, halftime provision. Why is he serving 1 year and 4 months? And again, enhancements of committing a felony within 5 years of a previous felony conviction were stricken. So twice in a row in 97 and again in 99, they erased the enhancements that should have been that he should have been charged with in order to increase his sentence. Now they gave him a break in 97. Why did they give him a break again 2 years later? Again, who did this? They are partly responsible for Ryan Bonaminio's murder on Sunday night.
So October 2003, inflicting corporal injury on a spouse or cohabitant, sentenced to 5 years in prison, served 2 and 7 months.
2 and 7 months. Again,
A charge of dissuading a witness or victim from calling police was dismissed. Yeah, I wonder who that was.
and then 3 enhancements
Oh, yeah, 3
of committing a
enhancements.
felony within 5 years of a previous felony were found to be true.
So those they kept,
That's
which is
the
probably why he got 5 years. But again, he only served half that time.
Right, but he only served half the time, so in effect, those enhancements didn't matter. He
But
served
the next-
barely 50% of that sentence.
We roll forward to 07, the story we've talked about. This is when he punched the windows out of his girlfriend's car in his own car, and he was found bloody by the police officer. Sentenced to 3 years in prison, served 1 year, but enhancements of committing a felony within 5 years of a previous conviction were stricken.
3 times the enhancement stricken. May 97, November 99, July 2007. You have felony after felony after felony after felony, and then we have this Assistant DA Charles Hughes say his records did not qualify him for prosecution under the 3 strikes law. I want that explained in further detail, and I want to know why so many other charges and so many other enhancements were dismissed over the years. He had more charges and enhancements dismissed than charges that he served time for. Here's another one. Unfortunately, said Hughes, the law does not permit me to go into his criminal history and particulars about his cases. Wait a second. There's a privacy law for felons? When a prosecutor brings a case to court against a felon, what is the title of the case? The People of California versus Earl Ellis Green. Right? The People of California against Earl Ellis Green. Why can't the people of California find out how all these cases were adjudicated? Why the enhancements were stripped? Why the charges were dismissed? Why he only served 50% or less of some of these sentences? We're paying for this whole system. We're the ones who were represented in the case against Earl Ellis Green time and time and time again. Why can't we know about it? This is BS. It's bullshit.
When we come back, it looks like he also engaged in Facebook posting. I'm talking about Earl Ellis Green, the apparent killer of Officer Ryan Bonaminio. And believe it or not, there was a posting just hours after Bonaminio was killed by this guy. We'll talk about it next.
And we'd like the District Attorney Rod Pacheco to call us and explain it. Be nice to hear from him, and we want details. No bullshit. John and Ken, KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio.